wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. My grandfather was a fire and brimstone preacher. But there are things that the homilies and hymns won't teach ya. My mother was a genius. My father commanded respect. When they died, they left no instructions, just a legacy to protect. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive when everyone who loves me has died, I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it.
What's going on, everyone? You're watching Emeroy TV, and today is Free Your Style Thursday. If it's your first time watching this channel, welcome. I appreciate you hopping on. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. I hope you guys are liking the daily uploads that are happening so far, and the distinctions that each day is something different. If you haven't watched the full episode yet, I encourage you guys to watch that so you can see all 3 freestyle videos. But today is a little bit more breakdowns, me giving myself notes, and a little bit of what went into creating these videos. So let's get started. I'm gonna put my headphones on. Okay. All right. So this first video is to the song "Wait for It" from the Hamilton soundtrack. So I really like how a lot of this turned out. Like, to be honest, I filmed this when after filming like 4 other videos, but that means like 14 to 20 different freestyles, and I was just exhausted. So I'll watch this a couple times. I love how that turned out. That took a while to render, actually, and I had to rotoscope it. If you don't know what that is, I suggest you look it up. It's kind of like, it's tracing it out, so this person, only I stand out. Okay, that's the end of the video. I'm gonna watch it again. I like how that started. I'm not a fan of how that is turning out. Like, my movements, it feels like that needs, I wanted to bring that higher, bring that leg extended more. That was supposed to actually be, that was actually supposed to be a swipe. Then I realized I don't swipe to the right, so it just ended up being a really bad cartwheel. That was good. This is me trying not to repeat moves. I love how that turned out. I'll get into the motion graphics in a bit. I like how that turned out. Boom. I love the dramatic pause right there. I was really trying to show the whole idea of taking from there, and the whole idea was for Bob. Yeah. So the whole idea or concept of me dancing through that was like just the line, "Death doesn't discriminate." And I just loved how, the description and the emotion of it, where it's like, shit is tough, but you keep going. Okay, so for the whole motion graphics part, shoot, I don't know if I'm gonna make a tutorial on that or not, but everything is pretty much the original plate or the original footage. I mean, I put on, like, I slowed down the frame rate. The usual frame rate for videos is either 30 or 24. For those who are doing slow motions, like 120 and up. I slowed that down to like 12 frames per second. I added a grain footage, a grain texture over it that just repeated, and then I added like this little light texture, or what I found on YouTube, just on top of it. And this was some footage I added over it, and added a screen. And then this was a combination of a couple things. This is a pulpit that I found on Google. Then I found this green screen footage of debris or things breaking, and I also added this fog effect, so that way it effectively came up when the minute my hands go up as well. Boom. So to add to this, the whole point of me adding this stuff is so I can add to the emotion and to the story of what's going on. And then right here, boom, remember us. I really feel like I could have done that better, but you know, at this point it was just taking too long. This took me like a couple days or so to make it happen. Here, boom. This took an entire Saturday to make happen. I had to like essentially trace myself out, so so that way I just stood out and I can just repeat it. Just for that small moment, a lot, like an entire day's worth of work had to go into that. And then here, this was like a last minute idea, but this was, look how crappy that looks. That's why I sped it up. And then I tried to go with the words. See right here on the top, I had to cut that off because the original video cut the wings off and it just would look shitty. So I had to make it look as natural as possible and give it like a shorten the time. You don't notice it when it goes fast. But yeah. So yeah, I mean that's the kind of what went into it, like what me kind of trying to wanting to add more to the dancing and to the storytelling. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the dancing. For the most part, I did enjoy dancing to it because I actually felt what the song was trying to say. I think that's more important. But if you can get both the technical side of it, which is really strong execution of the movement, along with the emotion of it, I think that's super, like, I think that just adds, that just is a formula for a killer performance. Yeah, that's that and what I think of today's Free Your Style. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I encourage you guys to watch the full video on the link down below. If you guys are enjoying the commentary on the video and the process and how it's made, and you know, me essentially giving myself notes on how to become a better freestyler. Me looking at this is essentially like looking at game tape. You look at it and see how you can get better every time you go out and perform. It's one thing to just practice, but it's another thing to be able to get feedback, not just from, like, you know, the mirror or instructors, but also from yourself to see, are you getting closer to the type of dancer or person you want to become. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's new segment of Free Your Style. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Click like, subscribe, comment, share with friends who you think might enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys on the next Free Your Style video. Peace.